We're going to try this again. We're going to try this again, see if it's a connection is better. Okay, this seems to be a little bit better. Sorry about that. I'll delete the previous one so you guys won't get it confused. I tethered, and this is a great thing that you can do. I went ahead and tethered, hey, the Mac Institute, I went ahead and tethered the phone to my cell phone to use that Wi-Fi. So this seems to be working better. Yep. Okay, hey, Beauty. Beauty Academy. How you doing? Vanessa, Yvette Jet, what's going on, lady? um, Undefeated Purpose, hey, Passion, hey, what's going on? Okay, guys, so here we go again. Let's rock with this. So let's talk a little bit. So you guys know that I speak a lot, do a lot of speaking, and but I'm not technically a speakerpreneur. Now, a speakerpreneur is a person really who really makes a living at speaking and speaking related products and services. So I'm a speakerpreneur to a degree, but I don't speak is not a primary source of revenue for me. Speaking is really my marketing strategy. Okay, and I do get paid for it. However, I do get paid for it, and so let's just talk a little bit about what some of the stuff that goes along with the lifestyle piece. Okay, so I am actually in New York at the Periscope Summit, and I am a panelist here on the summit. And so you guys also know I just did 8 speaking engagements in 30 days. So this is about 40 days where we're talking about 9 speaking engagements in 40 days. And then I actually have two of my own events coming up in October. So it'll be like 10 events in 60 days. And so if you're not a speaker, right? Because I know I got a client who does something like 18 speaking engagements a month. If you're not a speaker full time, 10 engagements in 60 days is a lot. Okay. And some of them are my own events. So let's be clear about that. But the rest of them are people that I get done. No, I'm in Atlanta. So for those of you who don't know, I'm sorry, let me start over. I'm Jay Stone. I'm a master brand coach based in Atlanta, Georgia, and I help women business owners create profitable brands without compromising their quality of life. Okay, I'm here in New York for the Periscope Summit, and I'm a panelist on the entrepreneurship and Periscope panel this afternoon at 3 o'clock. However, I'm up now getting dressed to go over to Harlem Miss, the location now. The reason I'm getting up now to go over is because a big piece, a big part of relationship building is the networking. That's where all the magic happens. That's where all the stuff happens. Okay. So you build those relationships with people beforehand. You build the relationships. Come on, you guys still there? I want to make sure my connection's not bad. Okay. Keep the hearts coming so we can check the connection. Okay, the reason why you want to build relationships beforehand, because here's why. Number one, the attendees. The attendees are there to talk to you, to interact with you, to see you, to connect with you. It's about you being able to connect with them. Okay, you're the expert. They believe in you. They're enamored with you. They are like waiting to connect with you because somebody's putting you on a pedestal that says, hey, this is a person you should listen to. So you have to be available and accessible to them before and after. One of the things I don't like is when a speaker, thank you, Keita. One of the things I don't like is when a speaker comes in, they speak, and then they leave, and they don't give people a chance to interact with them. They're coming to hear you speak. It's respectful. It's respectful to interact with people. Okay, it shows them that they matter. It shows them that they have value. Okay, here's the other thing you want to interact with. You want to interact with colleagues and other speakers or event organizers. Okay, that's about the relationships. Okay, that's all about the relationships. Um, so and here's the other thing that happens when you interact. When you interact and people get a feel for your personality and who you are as a person versus who you are as a speaker, that's how you get other speaking gigs. That's how you get other opportunities. People's like, you know what? I saw you speak earlier and you said something. Hey, I got a conference coming up. Or, I've got a colleague that just put on an event. Or, like Mario Armstrong did, was like, hey, we're going to be scoping from the Today Show. Come by the booth. You understand what I'm saying? So big opportunities come when you do that. So I'm going over, okay, whether I'm on here or not on there. Hey, Arvin, whether I'm there or not there, I mean, whether I'm on early or on later, I'm still going to be there to interact. Okay. The other thing is it's an opportunity to sell your products and services, right? When people interact with you, hey, you're here. Are you going to speak on that? Oh, I'm having this kind of problem. Hey, if you're a speakerpreneur, you're going to have more than one. You're going to have products. You're going to have books and CDs and DVDs and classes and training and programs. People buy things from people who they know, like, and trust. Okay. So it's an opportunity for you to sell something. For me, where are the postcards? For me, in this case, the thing that I'm selling, okay, and this is why you got to be strategic about going to events and doing stuff, okay? So you guys know I got Paracon 16 coming up in Atlanta, the Periscope Summit that I'm putting, Periscope conference that I'm putting together, right? And so what better way to promote the conference for February 2015 than to a bunch of Periscopers? Okay, so I got the Paracon postcards here. We got the date, the location, so people know about it. So this is very, very great, a great place, right? So it's a great place. I got a captive audience. I got all the experts that I could ever want. They're right here at this event. So of course now I get to go and not only have them talk to me and meet me, now they get to be made aware of this event. Now you know how much time and energy that it would take for me to connect with all these, to promote the event, connect with all of these speakers, right? Connect with all the talent, okay? And then turn around and get them all to like me and know me and blah, 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 right? And so you want to be strategic about this. Hey, Jay, correct people. But, oh yeah, people buy from people they know. Yes, yes. And so, Princella, put your name in the comments again. Just say hey in the comments so they can follow you. Princella White, PK Connections, one of my favorite clients, but also one of the most amazing connectors in Atlanta. So you guys, somebody you need to know if you're in the Atlanta area. So just type hey in the comments so they can follow you. PK Connections. Okay. So you know I can't be. So here's the thing about being strategic. Whatever it is that you have as a speaker that you need for other people, you need to connect with people so that they want to do it. So they want to connect with you, buy it, sell it, learn about it, those kinds of things. So again, I'm being strategic with going to network for a few things. Okay, for a few things. All right, so those are two things. Here's the other thing you have to know. When we're talking about the lifestyle, you have to know who you are, right? I'm an extreme introvert. Okay, I am an extreme introvert. I know y'all don't believe it. You're so fun. You're so exciting. You're amazing. Okay, great. I'm an introvert. Okay, and being an introvert means that I can only take these type of interactions for so long. So there was an opening party last night. I didn't go. I chose not to go. Okay, I chose to stay at my hotel. I went to the little. Can I screenshot your flyer? Sure, go ahead. I chose to go to a little hotel, and this is actually the temporary flyer. The permanent flyers aren't even done yet. I just had some temporary ones made, so you probably want to wait a little bit because you'll have the more permanent ones later. But anyway, I went to the little restaurant across the street. I had dinner. I stayed here. Okay, Princella White, PK Connections. Everybody follow PK Connections. Somebody you want to really keep up with. So I stayed, me and Scope Scribe stayed, we just chatted, we relaxed. People, when I tell you people were calling, hey Tamara, how you doing? People were calling, they were like, Jay, see you later, Tanisha. They were like, Jay, can you come? Are you coming? They were calling, they were texting, they were tweeting. Everybody was looking for me. And I was like, no, I'm not coming. Okay, here's why. As an introvert, I get my energy internally. So starting to deal with other people starts to drain me. So I know that I've got to be there today. I got to be there tomorrow, partial day tomorrow. I got to go over to Essence. I got an event Friday. I got all of this going on, right? So I got to ramp up my energy for the next 4 or 5 days. Understanding that about myself, I had to start out giving myself some time to breathe so that then this morning I can jumpstart myself into the scenario. Because again, if I go, how many times you've seen a person, right? And you're like, they're so excited to meet them. You saw them online, you saw a video, and when you meet them in person, it's just like, I'm underwhelmed. They're like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I don't want you guys to have that experience. I want you to have the exact same experience, the exact same energy, the exact same connection with me now that you do when I'm on What is wrong with you?
I just wanted to do this.
Okay. I want you to have the exact same experience with me that you have on the scope. So I don't want to be that type of person. And so I had to conserve my energy. So last night, it wasn't important for me to be at the opening party. Not for me. Even though networking is important, you should go to the opening party. I didn't want to. And my tummy was hurting. So I'm glad that I didn't, because it ended up hurting. But here's the thing. I knew last night I was not in a good mood, meaning I was tired. And when I'm tired, I get grouchy. And then I'm going to show up and I'm going to be a little grouchy, a little distant, a little disconnected. I don't want to give people that experience with me. It's not on brand for me, okay? And so I had to get my shit together and stay home. And people are like, well, I'm going to come by your hotel. And I let one person come by and speak to me because I knew she wasn't going to drain me. And so this is that also know yourself, okay? Knowing yourself. Now, check on, I feel great today. I feel great this morning. So now let's go to the flip side. When you talk about taking care of yourself, because again, this speakerpreneurship, entrepreneurship, there's a lifestyle, okay? No, I didn't eat from the hot dog cart. There's a lifestyle, okay, which means you have to know what you need. So for me, there's always certain things that I have to have when I'm speaking, right? I have to have a certain type of, I generally prefer a lavalier mic, right? That's the lapel mic. I generally prefer that to the handheld mic, right? Because I tend to move a lot when I talk, okay? I have to be careful, though, because I move and I breathe a lot. You hear that in the mic. So I have to be cognizant of that because it tends to sound like and it blows out the mics. So I tend to need to understand how I move, how I operate, okay? There's certain type of chairs I like when I speak. Because sometimes when I speak, I got a bad knee, I actually sit, okay? Sometimes I lean on stuff. A lot of that is because I've got a bad knee, and after a while it starts to get tense. If I'm speaking for more than 20 minutes, that's fine. When I get into my 45 minutes or I'm standing up for an hour, it really starts to bother me. And so understanding that I have a special need, when I'm booked for a speaking engagement, they know that. They know that they're going to have a chair on stage in case I need to sit. They also know that they're going to have, like, generally a podium or something I can lean on or stand on to help me out. And so when you're tired, you're funny. I know. And so you have to know those things about yourself. If you've got any type of special kind of water you need to drink, because it gives you, you need to drink vitamin water, you need to do whatever. You need to understand how you work, because the best way for you to give what you've been hired to give or what you've been contracted to give is to show up in your best possible self and your best possible light. And so you need to have permission. I used to be like afraid to say, well, I don't want them to think I'm handicapped, but my knee is fucked up, so I might need to sit down. I used to be embarrassed by that. I used to be afraid. And then I would sit up there and I would just suffer. And then the few times when I just had to cut my speech short, so I had to go sit down. And I had to figure out to give myself permission, because at the end of the day, people would rather have me sitting and talking than not talking at all and not delivering value or content. And so don't be embarrassed if you have some specific needs, some special needs. Now, don't be a damn diva and tell me I only want green M&Ms and shit. Don't do that, right? Don't be difficult. Don't make yourself one of those people that nobody wants to hire again because you come with all these demands. Don't be that person. And so I tend to I don't have special dietary needs. I tend to not eat a lot when I'm speaking or before I speak, because I tend to get air in my chest and burp. But I tend to not be, so let's just say, in general, I try not to drink caffeine. Okay? In general, I try not to drink caffeine. So, I try, but if all they got is Coke, that's what the fuck I'm gonna drink, Coke, okay? So, green M&Ms in a white room, nobody got time for all this, Even when I negotiate my contracts, I try to go with what they think that I need and a little bit of what I need. I need three things. You want to be easy to accommodate, especially when they're paying you. But even when they're not, you get a reputation, okay? You can get a reputation for being difficult. Nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with a diva, particularly right now out here in these streets. There's a lot of entrepreneurs. There's a lot of people being speakers, okay? So just wanted to give you guys that. Now let's talk about the difference in what I'm doing now versus what you've seen in the past. What you have seen all last month from me is over the past 45 days from me. Hey Jamel, thank you so much. What you've seen is speaking, like me doing a keynote, me doing a training. You've seen me with slides and without slides. You've seen me do inspirational keynotes, training. You've seen all of those. Hey Robin. Now, okay, what you haven't seen is a panel. So hopefully we can get a connection today and we can scope from the conference. I think that they're going to be scoping my session on the Periscope Summit actual account. But if not, we're going to make an attempt. But you know, it's all about the Wi-Fi connection if we have a good one or not. But I'm going to attempt because I want you guys to actually see how a panel works. Panels are great ways for you to set yourself up as an expert. Panels are excellent ways for you to position yourself as an expert. Okay, and so a lot of time you have to think that it's not always about being the highlight of the show. Okay, it's not always about being the star. Sometimes you share the stage, and here is the important thing. Okay, here is an important thing. Are y'all ready? Okay, you have to be gracious when you sit on a panel. Don't hog the mic. Don't give these long, drawn-out responses. Refer to your other colleagues. Oh, like such and such said. I'm on the same mindset of so-and-so. You actually give them credibility. Okay? Why? Because know, like, and trust. Know, like, and trust. It's about being respectful. They're sitting up there. They're considered experts the same as you. So don't disrespect them. And don't, even if you disagree, you know, you have to be polite about disagreeing. You know, I have a different experience. My perspective is slightly different, but don't discount them. You know, even if you don't fucking like them, they ain't got nothing to do with you. It's all about how you show up. It ain't about them. It's about you. Okay? It ain't about them. It's about you. It's about how you show up and the value that you bring. And you always show up in your best possible self. Be gracious. Always be gracious and appreciative, because this is a privilege to stand on somebody's stage. They're extending the stage to you. Don't act like you doing them the favor. Okay? Don't like that. Yes, you're bringing them the information. Yes, you're bringing your expertise, but it's their platform and they're allowing you to be there. And they're allowing you to be there increases your visibility. It gives you an opportunity to make money, okay? And it gives you connections and access to people that you've never had. So be appreciative of that. Be appreciative of that, and don't be an asshole, okay? So that's a lot of what I'm saying. So all of this stuff is stuff that I talk about and I go over in my speaking intensive that's going to be on October 24th in Atlanta. So on October 24th in Atlanta, I'm going to talk about how you book more speaking gigs. How you, see, Vans, I use profanity on my panels at my house all day, every day. If that doesn't work for you, please leave the scope. Keep it moving. I ain't got time. Okay? So the next thing is, Dr. Will referred me to you, so I'm glad I followed. Well, good. Glad you followed too. Okay, I'm appreciative of this scope. Great. I know, right? Block. The next thing is coming up, block, but I'm going to give them an opportunity to leave before I throw a block party. I'm going to invite them to leave before I throw a block party. I mean, this is me. This is who I am at all times. Okay, this is who I am at all times. I don't alter that. Now, here's the deal. Even though I use profanity, let me say this. Again, you have to respect everybody else's platform. Okay? You have so if I go into a church, I'm not going to use that. If I go into a situation where it's a more conservative audience, like National Black MBA, I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to disrespect somebody else's platform. So I have to be, because I have a potty mouth, my platform can tolerate it, but I have to be careful. Okay? I have to be careful about going on to other people's platform and disrespecting their audience, because some people perceive it as disrespect. Okay? So you can't, it ain't just a free for all. Again, you're using somebody else's platform. So let's go back to October 24th. I'm doing a 1-day intensive a 1-day intensive here in Atlanta. The things that we're going to go over is how do you create your speakers package, right? That package. How do you create your speakers page? How do you create a page on your website that keeps people coming to your page over and over requesting you to speak? How do you book opportunities and stay booked up? Okay, so that you have speaking opportunities back to back to back. The main thing we're going to go over, which is going to be huge, is that signature talk. We're going to go over that signature talk, and this is where it gets customized. I'm only taking 15 people. Okay, I'm only taking 15 people for a reason. And that's because when we get to that portion about your signature talk, you specifically have to customize that. Okay, and so, Tanya Smart, you want to send an email to coachme@jstone.com, and they will send you all the details, including the payment link. coachme@jstone.com. Okay, send your email to coachme@jstone.com. It's October 24th. It's the speakers intensive. So these are the kinds of things I go over in a lot more detail. I've already registered. Yes, you have. You've already registered. Thank you so much for that registration, Carla. Done. Yeah. Thanks for the link. Yes. Hey, Purpose Meme for Mimi from Atlanta. Oh, Purpose Mime. Okay, was I spelling it wrong? Okay. I need to go back and get hooked on phonics all over again. Okay. I don't know, the glasses would have helped. I just totally flubbed that. So, you want to do okay, got it. Okay. So send me an email at coachme@jstone.com. Let me get you guys the detail. I know. And it's $347. It's $347 for a full day. I'm taking 15 people. Actually, I had 3 people sign up, so now I'm taking 12. I'm taking 12 more people. So that. And so I've been speaking professionally now for almost 30 years. Since I was about 15. And so I've been getting paid to speak since I was a teenager, even when I'm not even asking to speak. And so I'll tell you guys how that happens. on October 24th. So again, October 24th, Atlanta, Georgia. I've already rented a space at Atlanta Tech. And then I'm taking 12 more people. 12 more people. We've already got, it was 15, and so now we're down to 12. It's $349. That's a steal. This is usually a class that's $797. I'm doing a discount because I'm trying some new stuff. And I'm going to do the signature talk this time. So normally I don't teach the signature talk in this class. So I'm giving you something extra. I need to test the signature talk training to make sure that it works. So I'm throwing in something extra for you guys, and I'm giving a discount. So remember, a lot of what I do is I discount the services until I get it right, and then I give the full price. So this is normally $797. I'm only doing it for $347. Shoot me the email, find out all the details, get your payments in, because these seats are going like boom. I did a scope the other day, and so I did a scope. Was it yesterday? Was it yesterday or the day before? It was a day. It was the day before. I didn't even scope about it yesterday. I scoped about it the day before, okay? And I scoped about it the day before and got 3 people, okay? I was gifted an intensive at your brunch. Do I need to register? Lover of Jazz, did you email me? Email me, because I think you're going to go to the regular intensive and not the speaking intensive. So I have 2 of them, okay? Y'all tap those hearts to support the broadcaster. Thank you so much, Purpose Mime. So yeah, this is going to be epic. I think we got people coming in. Carla, where are you coming from? Carla, where are you coming from? So we're going to talk about that, because she's coming in. What is the definition of an intensive? Okay, good question. Great question. So an intensive means it's intense content that's going to be delivered into you. Are you coming from DC? Excellent. So it's intense content coming to you delivered in rapid fire. So it's a lot of stuff that you get in a short period of time. So it's an intense training. For example, I provide lunch. We don't leave for lunch. We don't break for lunch. You take a few minutes, you grab your sack lunch. We're going to sit there and we're going to work through lunch, because I'm going to give you power-packed content. So it's intense, and in this case, it's also customized. Okay? So it's intense, but it's also customized. Philly Squad. Hey, Philly Squad, what's going on? Yeah, Adriana, it is absolutely impeccable. I don't. I'm gonna later on. I'm gonna have to show you the video testimonials from the last intensive. The last intensive I did was more of the brand clarity. Okay, so $349. Yes, it's $349. Send an email to coachme@jstone.com. So my phone is blowing up for me to get myself on over to the event today. So I'm gonna go get up and out of here. So we're gonna catch y'all on the flip side. Send the email. Send the email. Okay? Holla back. Yeah, it is an unbelievable price. It is an unbelievable price, but again, a lot of times when I test new choices and new options, I discount the price until I get all the kinks out of it, and then I take the price up. And so it's that test thing. Um, so yeah, yeah, it's a small investment. It absolutely is a small investment. So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna catch y'all on the flip side. Let me go, Tanya Smart. We're gonna say hopefully we'll see you there because it's time for you to start doing more speaking. Okay. JURthebomb.com. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Renew Atlanta. You need to be at that speaking intensive. I need you not to play no games with my emotions about that. Okay. All right, guys. We will talk to you later.